Hi, Michael Macer of Self-Design here with another video tutorial. This time, let's look at some navigational basics around your self-design desktop and the Self-Design Village. When you first log into Self-Design, you see your desktop, which is what you see in front of you now. On your desktop are various icons, such as your child's learning journal, the trash can, bookmarks, your mailbox, a conference called the Nest. All of your icons can be moved around at will just by dragging them, and if you find some of them distracting and of little use to you, you can drag them off to the side. Let's look at a few of the more important ones. This is your personal mailbox. This is where, when you double-click to open it, you will see your mailbox inside. This is where you'll receive messages from people, including your learning consultant, and this is where you can choose to create a new message to send to someone else, such as your learning consultant. When you want to send a new message, click on the New button at the top, and you'll be taken to a new message field that looks like this. In your subject field, you could say Test. You can identify the person you want to send it to in the To field. I'll send this along to myself. And down here is where you compose the message of your test. The message of your text, that is. This is a rich text editing field, which means you can change the style and substance of it. You can also drag images in or copy and paste them in as well. I think you'll find using the self-design conferencing system and your self-design desktop quite easy to use. When I want to send a message, I'm now done and I just click the send button at the top. All the messages you receive and store are stored in your personal mailbox. Now you may wish to organize these by adding folders. And to help you with adding folders, you may wish to split your desktop into, say, two parts. And you can, on one side you can store certain messages or folders and have your current account on the other side. I find that pretty convenient to use. If you want to delete messages, you may do so by highlighting the message at the top and selecting Delete. You may also unsend messages. You may also check history of messages. Command-Shift-H can show you if your message was read and by whom. To close off your messaging window, just click the red button in the top left. This takes you back to your self-designed desktop. Another important icon on your desktop is your child's O4L journal. That's found here. Click on that and you open up to your child's learning journal. We'll save a deeper description of the learning journal for another video tutorial and close it down for now. When you double click on the self-design, the door to the self-design village, you are led to our self-design village. And you'll see in here there are different icons in the layout of our village. By double-clicking on the icons, you go into these different artifacts where we have different conferences. In the Exploratorium, for example, there's Nature and Science Conference with all kinds of messages already in here, many of them going back a couple of years. You can click on any message you want. You can also do a search in the search field and find messages on particular subjects. Questions, answers, ideas, they're all shared in our village. It's actually a very rich place to explore on behalf of for both parents, learning consultants, and children as well. In the cafe, which is down here, is where you'll find the Village Life Conference. Village Life is kind of like our main gathering place, our Cracker Barrel, so to speak. And many parents learn a lot of new information in here. We also have reference panes at the top containing information such as the welcome letter, conference ideas and news. This is where you'll find our village policies and protocols document. Double click on that, opens it up, and we have it took a couple of seconds to load it, but there you see it. You can scroll down using scroll bar at the side or two-finger scroll and close it off after you've read it. You're free to come in and read any messages you want. You're free to come in and forward messages, and you can certainly respond or post your own messages in any of the conferences. In the home, down in the bottom left of the village, that's where you'll find other conferences such as Parents Conference, Wellness Conference, Cooking Conference. We have some conferences that are remaining from last year and others that we will be launching during the learning year. If you have ideas for conferences, by all means you can contribute your ideas again back in the Village Life Conference. In our Learning Center, that's where you can find our resource collection and much information about choosing, selecting, reviewing learning resources that many other families and learning consultants have already considered in self-design. So again, there's lots and lots of places to poke around. Here's our archives, which are conferences from past years as well. And you can click on any of them you want and see what has shown up in them. And in some cases we've put a lot of messages into deeper level archives. I'm a big fan of our self-design village, and you'll see me in here quite often posting messages. When you want to leave the village, just close down the windows and you are returned to your self-designed desktop. The help desk is a conference on your desktop, and if you have an item that you wish to query us about, help desk is a pretty good place for it. We don't have our technical people responding in here, but other parents and some self-design council members, some learning consultants will respond in here as well. Our help desk ticket system, if you are experiencing a significant technical problem, is available through this icon here in the reference pane of the help desk. So by all means, take the time to explore your self-designed desktop and the self-designed village, post some messages, and get to know your way around the village, get to know your own skills and competencies around navigating the village and improve upon them as best you can. And one thing we ask you to do if you are planning on participating in village conferences is to create what we call a resume. And that really is just meant to be providing some personal biographical information about who you are, where you live, some of your interests, that sort of thing. It's not particularly formal, but we do ask people to complete a resume so that we help to ensure a higher level of safety and awareness amongst all village participants, including the learners. So to get to your resume, you'd go to the main file menu at the top, go to Open, go to Resume, and that will launch this window, and you don't necessarily have to fill in this information here. But in this text field down at the bottom, that is where you might want to post your information about who you are. And down below you can add all kinds of information. You can drag pictures in there if you wish. You can change the background of it. If you explore around, you can see other people's resumes by clicking on their name in message fields, and also through the directory or who's online, and you can just see no resume for that person, but let's check on Billy here. There's Billy's resume, looks kind of formal. Billy lives on Gabriel Island with his wife, learning consultant Tanya Baker. etc. So there are ways to explore and see who's online here. Here's Catherine Chapman and her resume just coming in. Catherine's a learning consultant. You can see she's written quite a bit in here and added lots of pictures of her baby and information about that too. Just close that down. Back to your self-design. I won't save that for now. Back to your My Self-Design desktop. And that'll do for now. Those are some basics in navigating your desktop and the self-design village. Thanks a lot.